The following quotations are taken from the writings of Ellen G. White, spanning two different time periods. Ellen G. White, born in 1827, lived until 1915. One quotation is taken from her 1888 publication, The Great Controversy, which refers to the Earth as a globe. The other is taken from a letter dated August 29, 1904, where she states that the shape of the Earth, whether flat or round, was not a part of her message. Please note, this discussion does not aim to address the debate about a flat or round Earth. Instead, it highlights the apparent difference between these two statements. Quote, "The improvements in printing have given an impetus to the work of circulating the Bible. The increased facilities for communication between different countries, the breaking down of ancient barriers of prejudice and national exclusiveness, and the loss of secular power by the Pontiff of Rome have opened the way for the entrance of the Word of God. For some years, the Bible has been sold without restraint in the streets of Rome, and it has now been carried to every part of the habitable globe." Unquote. Great Controversy, 1888 edition, page 288. Paragraph 1. Quote, "On Sunday afternoon, I urged the truth with more decided firmness and power. A man was present who had expressed a desire to see me and talk with me in regard to the round and flat world. I sent him a message that when Christ gave my commission to do the work he had placed upon me, the flat or round world was not included in the message. The Lord had taken care of his house, his world here below, better than any human agency could care for it, and until the message came from the Lord, silence was eloquence upon that question." Unquote. Number 1587, True Christianity, Being a Good Samaritan, written August 29, 1904, from Melrose, Massachusetts, to her son, W.C. White. Manuscript Release 21, page 414, paragraph 2. Ellen G. White, prior to stating, and I quote, that when Christ gave my commission to do the work he had placed upon me, the flat or round world was not included in the message. Unquote. Letter dated August 29, 1904, consistently referred to a habitable globe in her writings, such as in The Great Controversy as cited. This term and similar terms denoting a round, spherical Earth was used by Ellen G. White 16 years before 1904 and remained consistent throughout her literary works. It is worth noting that the terminology she employed, such as around the globe, was also commonly used by contemporary and earlier theologians and secular authors. Examples include Adam Clarke, Jules Verne, Around the World in 80 Days, 1873, and accounts such as the Heinz History Center's report on Nellie Bly, which featured phrases like circling the globe and circumnavigation of the globe. This concept of a globe and circumnavigation appears frequently in White's writings. The following quotes are taken from a number of her works: Habitable Globe, Encircle the Globe, Corners of the Globe, Mightiest Nation on the Globe. A search of Ellen G. White's writings using the Ellen G. White software yields 72 instances of the term globe, spanning her major works, including but not limited to 1. The Great Controversy, 1888 and 1911 editions. 2. Acts of the Apostles, 1911 edition. 3. The Desire of Ages, 1889 edition. 4. Education, 1903 edition. 5. Evangelism, 1946 edition, compiled posthumously. These writings not only use the term globe, but also include language referring to the solar system, reflecting the promotion of heliocentric concepts. It is important to note that the heliocentric model, rooted in a scientific worldview, likewise the Roman Catholic theological view, is not implicitly or explicitly outlined in the Bible. Questions raised. 1. Was Ellen G. White unaware of the heliocentric theology and unknowingly promoted it, including the Roman Catholic terminology associated with it? 2. Why did Ellen G. White vehemently condemn The Living Temple by John Harvey Kellogg but not criticize Is the Bible from Heaven? Is the Earth a Globe by Alex Gleason, a Seventh-day Adventist contemporary? Was Gleason's work aligned with truth, or was her silence an oversight? 3. Is Ellen G. White's promotion of heliocentric concepts an indication of intellectual dishonesty, compilers tampering with her works posthumously, or her uncritical adoption of prevailing scholarly and journalistic views of her time, which mirrored Roman Catholic heliocentric theology. 4. Why is it that prior to her 1904 statement, that when Christ gave my commission to do the work he had placed upon me, the flat or round world was not included in the message, Ellen G. White consistently promoted a globe earth in her writings? 5. If, according to her 1904 statement, Christ's messages to her did not include the shape of the earth, does this suggest a contradiction in her testimony? Or did she depart from her divine commission by including references to the globe and the solar system, which reflect Roman Catholic heliocentric theology and worldly scientific perspectives, in her writings? Ellen G. White on the Scriptures, and I quote, "The Spirit was not given, nor can it ever be bestowed to supersede the Bible, for the Scriptures explicitly state that the Word of God is the standard by which all teaching and experience must be tested. Says the Apostle John, 'Believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.' 1 John 4:1. And Isaiah declares, 'To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.' Isaiah 8:20." Unquote. Great Controversy, 1888 edition from the author's preface. Thanks for listening. I am Sarah for Wongerful.